committee. Akumia, Nana Akumia, they were in committee that I chaired. Then the thing turned. Then we went to the other side. They had all the opportunity to learn from us. But the things that we have seen the past 7 years, it's like some dreamland in Ghana. Everything has worsened. So now foreign branches. We have Ghanaians all over the world, and we have NDC branches all over the world. I would like to congratulate you, and I would like to warn NPP. What happens is that when you are in government, when your party is in government, you just have to, now, if we were in government, it's the embassy that will be organizing this type of thing. Things look very cheap. The embassy will organize this, we would have been sleeping in a hotel paid for by the government. Everybody will hear that some minister or some, and then they will pack, this hall would have been too small. Yes, they would have put, then this hall would have been too small. But as soon as you lose power, these same people leave. People like you who are sitting here are the true NDC members. So I like to tell my friend, the chairman of NPP, that he should watch out. He should get a good register of the people who are in NPP, because after January next year, 70% of them will not come to their meetings. They will be busy at work and they will be giving all excuses. But it is those who will stay that you properly call NPP, like those of you who have stayed. We gave a directive. No. We tried to reorganize our foreign branches. So we sent word all over the world. I would like to go through some of the way we think our chapter should be organized. And it's also for the benefit of everybody. It's not a secret classified document. It was actually on the internet, so anybody could have downloaded and seen it. But for those of you who are organizing here, and those who want to join later, I'll just go through a little about the reorganizational guidelines of NDC that we sent out last year. Number one, the country organization of NDC will henceforth be called a chapter. So the Holland group will be called a chapter. Is that right? Each city will constitute a branch. So we'll have branches all over the place, and then the branches in each country will come together to elect executives of the chapter. I hope you understand. Cities will have branches. There will be 2 branches. I'll come to that. If Amsterdam, you cannot agree to have 1 branch, you can have 2. There's no need to quarrel about that one. It's just an organizational matter. Then, as we have branches all over, we expect that at a particular point, the various branches will come together and then they will do their election. And that will now be called Netherlands branch. And that would be, Netherlands chapter. So we have chapters and we have branches. Chapter elections will be conducted every 2 years. We expect that every 2 years, the chapters will meet. UK and Ireland had theirs late last year. They are an older and more consistent branch. Listen to this. Each branch must be made up of not less than 20 members. So to have a branch, you need about 20 members. Of course, for this particular issue, when we sent it to all our branches, people were saying that, look, let's begin with 10. It's not easy organizing in this part of the world. We didn't say no to them. So 10 you can begin. But we fully recognize you must aim at 20 and more. I'm not saying this, we say at least. We are not saying our branches, every 20 people, 3 households to come and say we are a branch. No, that's not what we are saying. We are not saying 20 is the number we want. We are being realistic, and we know how organization is difficult here. So, at least, then we'll recognize you as a branch. Listen to this. Each branch must keep a register of its membership, copies of which must be forwarded to relevant chapter for the chapters to forward same to International Relations Department in Accra. So each of the branches, we want the names of those who have been with us while we are in opposition. We don't want you to wait. We wait in December, January we call your meeting, then the number almost 4 times, and you send out that list. We want the list now. Then we know those who have joined now and those who will join later. We need those lists. We need to know ourselves. So please forward the list and then keep a register. You must have a consistent register. If you don't have a register, you won't know whether the number is increasing or decreasing. Each member of branch shall pay monthly dues of the equivalent of not less than $10. So that is what we have said. not less than monthly dues. It's important. If you don't pay dues, then you don't belong. You go to your church and pay dues, and you pay pledges and pay tithes, and you are in a party and you don't pay dues. But nothing runs without money. I'm sure for this organization, you would have spent quite an amount of money. And it shouldn't come from one or two people's pockets. There's no government money also to help any party. Even when we're in government, we're not helping our party. So, if we decide, like Britain, is it Britain? No, Germany also. We said not less than $10. They are made it €10. So you can do the equivalencies. In Britain, it's £10. In UK, here you are in Eurozone. So not less. We are not at the level of the branch, because the chapter in Sanapa is a higher organization. So we are imagining that when you pay €10 in the Amsterdam branch, the Amsterdam branch could keep about 4. Then the Netherlands branch will take about 3. Then about 3 will come to the national branch in Accra. It is important that we take note of that. The dues to be sent to the national headquarters shall be accompanied by the names of those who actually pay. We want to know those who are paying. Is that right? You send us €100. We want to know that this €100 has been paid by so and so and so. It's important for our records. We are building a large dossier. You know that as soon as MPP won, a lot of people in diaspora got jobs at home. All sorts of special assistants and assistants to the special assistants and DCE special, all the specials. But you see, they didn't get the jobs from nowhere. Most of them, if you trace back, these were people who were taking care of the parties when they were in opposition. And somebody kept a record. Somebody kept a record. So it's important to have that record. Branch elections must be supervised by executives of the relevant chapter, and chapter elections must be supervised by at least one member of the national executive. So if the whole of Holland is meeting and they are doing a chapter, it's important that somebody from Accra comes. Notwithstanding any provisions to the contrary, Canada is forthwith recognized as okay. This one, Canada, we used to have an organization in America called North American Coordinating Committee of NDC, which included the whole of the USA and Canada. But when we issued this guideline, we said no, Canada is, in fact, size-wise, is bigger than America, except that it is virtually very little populated. But we have now separated Canada from the USA as part of the reorganization. So we don't now have North America. We have an American chapter and a Canadian chapter. And within the American chapter, there are city chapters in New Jersey, in New York, so. And then in America, we have Toronto, we have Montreal, we have all the cities. Listen to this one. Peculiar organizational problems in each chapter that may result in a deviation from these arrangements should be communicated to International Relations Department in Accra. For example, it's proposed that London, for instance, can be broken into various branches. What we are saying is that we have issued this, but if you are in Amsterdam here or you are in Netherlands, and you realize that there's a peculiar problem why each city cannot be a branch, this particular city must have 2 branches, let us know. In fact, when we issued this, we had a lot of responses from our branches all over the world, and where they have peculiar organizational problems, we allow them to do whatever they will. I will show you what has happened in UK since then, when Scotland and Co have all become separate branches instead of working as a just UK branch and all that. By these guidelines, the chapters presently constituted are hereby automatically recognized. Those chapters which are already in place are automatically recognized. However, from the 1st of January 2008, for a chapter to be fully recognized, it must have not less than 5 active branches. So if you want a fully recognized Netherlands chapter, you must have at least 5 active branches. So you have a business, in fact, the Amsterdam branch, you now have to create yourself as a grandfather branch and go on outreach programs. I know that we have a branch in The Hague. You know, and you see, there's possibility of branches. We have branch in Rotterdam, in the Delft, in Utrecht, in Maastricht. I studied here. I studied in Holland here for 16 months. So I know Wageningen. I know all the places I'm talking about. I studied in The Hague, and I did my master's here. So me, after my Dutch, I don't speak it on Saturdays. If I start now, I'll defeat most of them. So Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays, I don't speak. Wednesdays, I speak Dutch, but I'll be in Accra by then. So yeah. So you have an assignment. You know, Jesus, after he went around at a point, he called his apostles and said, "Why? Go out. All the things that we have been doing, healing and preaching, go out. Try it on your own, and let's see the result." And they came back with what? Wonderful reports. Wonderful. We cast out demons. We preach to the deaf, and their ears open. We are also sending you out. I know there are branches in all these places. Most of them were very active when we were in power. Most of them are not quite active now. You have to constitute yourself into the apostles. It will not be too difficult because the people are there, except that they have to be organized. We give you the next 3 months, we should reactivate seriously all the branches. Go into The Hague. They are there. If you want to see them, go to the flea market. Plenty, you meet them. But Ghanaians have their cultural meetings, the Ghana meeting, the Santima meeting, the Famti meeting, Novi Habobo from the water. Just go in there and find out whether you won't find 50% of all those people meeting as NDC, who sometimes do not want to come out. Encourage them. We are in April. By July or August, are you listening to the branch? Yeah. Try and reactivate all this, and let's do a large, huge chapter inauguration of the Netherlands chapter. Okay, so we put here that if you had a proposal for amendments, at any particular time, we are open. We send this with our email address, my email address, and then that of one Mr. Kissin, who is the secretary to our committee. I'm sure you have copies already. And part will make it available so that anybody who wants to communicate with us for some suggestions, if you think that the number 20 is too big to have as a branch, let me know. But nobody can tell me that in Amsterdam, because apart from the whites, the Ghanaians are the next in population here. So there's no way you cannot get 20 people to constitute a branch. So what should you be doing? I'm concluding. What should you be doing, therefore, as a foreign branch that we are about to inaugurate? What should you be doing? Number one, spread the good news of the NDC. You are here. You are not at home. But you need to talk positively about your party. It's not difficult. Now everything goes on the net. So it's not very difficult to get information or call us, speak to us about what is happening. A lot of things happen, and we receive calls constantly from all parts of the world. What about this matter? What is that? Alan Timothy has resigned. So what for us? We have chosen John Mahama. So what? So what? If you want to understand something, let's know. But a lot of it also is on the net. I know you spend at least 30 minutes each day to see what is happening. So spread the news about the party and go out and form more branches. Recruit more people into the party. You know, in every party, we have three groups of people. We have the activists. They are the people sitting here. Then we have members, general members. Then the third group is sympathizers. You see, the general group of sympathizers is always the largest group. A lot of people in Accra, you are playing the song and they are dancing on the street, but they don't have party card. So you have an effort to move the general sympathizers, some of them, into members. But then another higher level is the activists. Because the activists are few, they take the decisions. The members, they support the decisions. The sympathizers, they are waiting for you they are waiting to come and vote for you. But so your achievement will be, how many people have got party card? The activists, the executives. How many people can we recruit as members? And then it is your radio programs and what you say generally will create a lot more of sympathizers. Your aim is to convert as many sympathizers into members and as many members into activists. Some people can even jump the queue. From a sympathizer, he becomes so active that you will find out that he's more activist than you, like the outsider who is more than the bereaved. You know? Yeah, your father is dead, and somebody is coming. He's weeping so much that you think that that's it. But sometimes you don't know what your father has done for that particular person. So let's have a consistent program to create sympathizers around. And then get a lot more members. There are membership cards. People pay 10 euro a month. That's membership. Those who are paying, they are the members. Then a lot more people should be active. They should be ready to die for NDC because that's the party for the past and also for the future. Contribute to victory. So the next thing you do after being a member is to positively contribute towards the victory of the party. What form does it take? It takes various forms. And now I can assure you, because of the atmosphere in Ghana, it has caught up with our foreign branches. Why? You Amsterdam branch can bring t-shirts, 1,000, 2,000 t-shirts, print and share. Stuttgart sometimes send a pen, even pen, that all these souvenirs. It is possible to do something. When you are richer, pickups, you know, we just delivered, some UK, some people delivered 2-3 pickups recently. So whatever you can do to, and then your dues, money. If once in a while you say, oh, this is 1,000, well, I'm not going to call huge sums of money. I'm not going to say 10,000 euro, 20,000, 50,000. If it comes, we'll receive it without fear or favor. In fact, we'll receive it with alacrity. But the higher the better. But the little drops of water make the mighty ocean. We were here the other time, an Australian brand, down under, far away from the center of the world. Down under. They sent us some little money equivalent of 10 million cedis. What is that one? About 1,000? About 1,000 euro. And that was when we had a big program at the weekend and we had to go and pay funeral donations and go. And I can assure you, we were all rejoicing that day because that money came at the right time. You see, sometimes when you are giving 1 euro, it's when you are very broke. At a particular time, 1 euro is more important than 10 when you have just received your pay and somebody gives you 10. The worth is not so much. We are not a poor party. We are not a poor party. We are not saying that we are in fact doing very well. But what should be your contribution? One other thing you can do is that those of you who can come and register, by the 8th of May, the exercise, the limited registration exercise will open. The ROPA will happen later when we are more organized. It will happen later. After our people outside voting, it will happen at appropriate time. But we are not organized right now. We are not organized. Nobody in Accra will tell you how many of you are here, and how many are Ghanaians, and how many non-Ghanaians are using our passports. We cannot.
More FDP members coming.
They should come. Find them place. They are, yes. Okay, shall we please sit them gently, let them sit gently, get them places. There are some places up here, and there's a lot of space up here, so if there are not enough seats. Yeah, I'm just concluding. And my conclusion, I'm addressing you sitting here the more. What can you do as a foreign branch member? And I said, you can spread the news, you can recruit more members, you have to pay your dues so that some of the dues arrive at home. Those who are doing well, those who are in good jobs and they are doing well, you can do more. And you can put together more, either money or goods or t-shirts, umbrellas. There are some beautiful umbrellas designed in party colors that are wonderful. It's better than even in Europe here. Whatever, so that you can know that the day that we are winning on the 7th of December, the results will be declared on the 8th. Normally on the 9th, because it takes. That day, you too, you'll be secretly happy within yourself that you have been part of this victory. But if you are not part of it, you know deep in your heart that you didn't contribute anything, and people are jumping and you are also jumping, you cannot go very high. Some gravity will bring you down because that gravity knows that when people were paying, you didn't pay anything. Be civil to each other. We have moved on a lot in Ghana. In Ghana, we have moved on a lot. I mean, NPP, NDC. I told you at the top, we were all members of parliament. And most of the people who wanted to be presidents of NPP were all members of parliament. They are good friends that we talk to. I congratulate all of them who didn't win. And they spoke to our chairman, to Amma. So here to NPP, NDC, be civil to each other. And NPP should be preparing their mind for opposition from the next year. We wish you well. I wish you well. I wish that when we ask of this the numbers, you see, the strength of any organization is growth. You cannot inaugurate 30 people or 40 people and you ask 3 members on and they say that they are now 15. Why? A little quarrel. No, you don't grow downwards, you grow upstairs. So we would like you to recruit more people. The strength is in saying that, oh, on the day you inaugurated us, we were 40. Now we are 80 after 2 months. They will know that you are doing well. Don't let anything divide you here. We wish you well and God bless you.
That was a wonderful speech from Honorable Kofi Atto. And he happens to be the Director of International Relations of the NDC. And you would bear with me that he deserves that position because he does his job perfectly well. Give it to him a round of applause. Well, there have been speech after speech, and there are more speeches to come. But before then, we're going to take another music interlude, and it's coming again from the All Colors Dance Group, all the way from Almere. Give it up to them, All Colors Dance Group from Almere.
And I was able to come here.
The woman of one almost all colors. Indonesia for oh baby, I walk. When I'm in then I nephew, I jump on to my and I can't river when I'm in Fankro. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, DJ. Thank you very much. The all dance group from Almere. That was wonderful and beautiful steps you just gave us. We just heard something from Honorable Kofi Attor, and I've been touched by what he said. And I believe we are going to practice what he's taught us. But then I would want us to start it from here. We have some paraphernalia here. You can see the NDC vote Professor John Evans Atamils. You're a God-fearing man, you are a savior. Come and save Ghana. Many a times you see NDC activists. You go to their homes and you don't even see anything